And welcome back, everybody, to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. 3GW here in the building yet again, talking wrestling. The Real Big E and Rob the Ambassador. How's it going, man? I know this is gonna be a hectic weekend for you, but in a good way,
Yeah,
in the best way. You got a lot of things, activities going on, including Money in the Bank. Big time card here. This might be one of the most looked forward to Money in the Bank cards since Cena and CM Punk, maybe.
yeah, yeah, and that's been a while.
Yeah.
But this is a solid card for sure.
So, um, and this it's crazy how AEW and WWE are both kind of taking their shows on the road. Well, since you're on the road, over the water. Um, and stretching out and WWE's been doing it for a few years. They've gone to Australia. Obviously, they go to Saudi Arabia, but there's a lot of places in between, obviously. So, but be going to London and the O2 Arena. I mean, that place is huge. And then you got AEW going to Wembley. So it's just a lot of big time venues being used, and it's going to be great exposure for both places.
Yeah, London, man, they're getting some good wrestling. I just wonder why WWE didn't go to Wembley. One of my favorite Summer Slams of all time was from '92. Uh, Davey Boy Smith against Bret Hart, and yeah, that was in '92 in Wembley. That was awesome. But look, O2, like you said, O2 is a nice arena.
Yeah, what was that? Clash of the Castle. That was Bret Hart was there for that one.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. We got seven matches.
Shim.
750. We gotta do that movie one day.
Yeah, 750. Oh, your
Oh, but
mom loves
oh
that one.
man.
We was just watching that a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in years, so
750.
that'd be a nice one to do next time we get together. Watch it together. Do like maybe a watch along.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
talk about it afterwards.
Yep, yep.
Have some drinks.
Oh well, hey man, that's a natural occurrence. That
That's,
just seems
that's
to
what we do.
happen whenever we hang out.
Yeah. All right. So I'm curious your thoughts on this match because I'm like, we talk about Dom a lot being the biggest heel in wrestling. I just saw AEW Jungle Boy just turned heel, and it just feels a little forced the way they're doing it, like the most cliche way of being a heel. You come out, you don't want the music, you go with the crowd. Now you're wearing glasses and a jacket, and all that, just real run of the mill. But then you got a heel like Dom, who went against the grain, spent one night in jail, and now he's ran the penitentiaries all around the world, did some serious time, got a teardrop and all that. And he can't even as soon as he gets the mic, it's just rain down boos no matter where he goes. He doesn't even have to talk to get their reaction. And
Yeah,
then
man, it's crazy. On Monday night, Rhea was trying to speak for him, like Dom would whisper in her ear, and then she would talk. They would boo Rhea just for interpreting what Dom had whispered to her. That's how bad. That's how much heat he has, man. It's great.
yeah, I think naturally the last person that had this kind of heat was Ciampa when he was in NXT. I
Oh man.
mean, MJF had a stretch, but now it's just to the point where, and this is the other thing with the Jungle Boy thing. It's just like we're gonna come out. I want to blatantly say curse words just to try to get a rise out of people. It's like, yeah, that doesn't work. Not in 2023.
Right.
Maybe 1993.
Right.
So the biggest heel going up against arguably the you know biggest babyface right now, maybe outside of Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes. I think this is a good way to keep both men relevant. I was a little hesitant at first to see this because I feel like since WrestleMania, well, no, since Saudi Arabia, his, you know, They gotta have something for him to do. This will elevate Dom, whether he wins or loses, and he's probably gonna lose. But we never know, Judgment Day. But I think it'll be a good match. I mean, Cody rarely has a bad match, and Dominic, I really never really had a complaint about him as far as in the ring. I thought he did a great job at WrestleMania with his father, but it was his father. So I will say I'm thinking this is probably going to continue because neither man is in the Money in the Bank. They're kind of keeping Cody away from the championship. Wait, what's next? SummerSlam is next, right?
Right. Just about a month after this, 4 or 5 weeks after. It's on what, August 5th?
Yeah, I think they're still going to keep Cody out of the title picture. I think if they want him to beat Reigns and not go after Seth. So I will say, with the help of Judgment Day and some shenanigans, that Dominic's going to get the first win in probably a series of matches.
Okay, and see, this is tough because I think Dom needs a big win. He's a great heel, he's got all this heat, but he really hasn't won any really high profile matches. I mean, he lost to his dad at Mania. And man, I always have, I'm never really right about these out of the box predictions. But what I'm going to say is that Dom will win, but I'm going to say that Brock shows up
Hmm.
and does something to Cody, maybe gives him an F5 or a suplex. He does something to help Dom win. And then that will set up Cody versus Brock at SummerSlam because I don't think they're done with that one.
Yeah, they kind of left that open ended too. Um, so yeah, you could be hitting a nail on the head with that one. You really could. Man, I really don't care about this match at all. I haven't cared about these titles at all. I just don't. You know where I'm going. The women's tag team championships, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler defending against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Uh, I'll say Ronda and Shayna retain in a hard fought victory, and probably some, again, some sleight of hand trickery between Ronda and Shayna because they're the heels. So yeah, I'll say they retain.
I agree that they retain. And yeah, because they are heels, something will happen. The ref will miss a 3 count or something like that. And Shayna and Ronda will pull something tricky out of their
Or
hat.
they just
And
flat out get disqualified.
well, that could too. Then you're setting up the rematch at some point. And I really don't want to see this match again. I don't want to see it now. So,
They're
but I'm going to say Ronda and Shayna do retain.
Gunta defending the Intercontinental Championship against Matt Riddle. If I had a button or something like a siren or something, I would say show stealer match alert. And what show stealer means may not be the best match on the card, but it's the one you don't see coming. I think that, regardless of the Matt Riddle character, the guy can work, and we all know Gunther can work. So I think this one is going to be, as the good brother Inside Man would say, a slapper. But Gunther's not losing. Sorry. He will retain.
I'm in agreement with everything you said. I do think this could steal the show, but like you, it's going to be the ring general. I think I said that right. Retaining Gunther.
Yes. All right, let's get to one of these ladder matches. Starting with the ladies, of course. Money in the Bank ladder match: Lena Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark versus Bailey, Io Sky versus Trish Stratus. I'm shocked she's putting herself in this match. She's uh
I don't think she's ever done one before.
no.
Yeah, so that's probably why.
Um hmm, 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 hmm. I'm going to say Trish Stratus just because Zoe Stark's in the match and she's probably going to help her win. It's probably going to be a scenario where Zoe does the dirty work I could see Becky almost getting it and getting knocked off the ladder, and then Zoe helps Trish get it, and then maybe down the line they have a match for it. I don't know. I'm gonna go say. I'm just gonna say Trish.
This is tough because there's a couple of women I could see getting it. I could see Bailey. I think Bailey needs to become relevant again. I think she needs to
Yeah, I haven't,
remind
I haven't
people.
even said her name in so long because Damage Control was needed. Damage Control.
Right. Now, I would like to see Io win it, but I'm just not sure if WWE is behind her like that right now.
They should be.
Becky,
They
I
should
think
be.
they should be too. I think they should be too. Becky has never won it. They've been making a point of that,
Mm.
and I think the fans would love it if she were to catch in on someone,
They've
a
been putting her
Charlotte
on.
or
They've been
a
doing
Asuka.
too much with her though, with the practicing going up the ladder and all that stuff. It's too heavy handed.
I agree. So for me, it comes down to either Io or Bailey, which is also interesting because, like Trish and Zoe, they have a working relationship, but you can kind of see some dissension between those two. Man, Bailey or Io? You know, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Io only because she needs it more. I don't know if WWE is behind her like that, but
Have her and I'm
but
getting a real bad muscle cramp. Have her and Oscar had a match yet? I can't
I think
recall.
they. I don't think a one-on-one. I think I saw them in a tag team match. I
Tag
think
match, yeah,
Asuka and yeah, I think Asuka and Bianca may have taken on Damage Control, and so we
yeah.
saw them face off, but not just in a singles match. Not that I recall, anyway. So yeah, man, boy, I'm gonna go Io, and I would love to see that.
Okay, all right. I wouldn't be mad. Um, and I can also see a scenario with between Becky, Zoe, Trish, where they all just kind of eliminate each other, and then it could come down to Bailey and Io. But the same can be said about those two because they're not getting along, and because Bailey feels like Io's stealing her spotlight and all that stuff, and it's kind of like a very less intense and less dramatized when Randy Orton won the championship and kind of took it from, he didn't take it from Triple H, but he Triple H felt like he was trying to supersede him, that control
Right.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, your boy Butch, Damian Priest, and of course, Logan Paul. Um, just gonna say it. Yeah. Let me talk to you. LA Knight has to win. Period. End of story. That's it.
Man, I could see LA Knight, Logan Paul, and oh gosh, there was one more I had in mind. But I agree. Look, you have to give LA Knight this spot. I don't know what they're waiting to pull the trigger on him for. He is over with the crowd. He just beat Rey Mysterio last week on SmackDown. Of course, there was shenanigans, but still, it's a victory over Rey Mysterio. So I do think that they believe in him. And man, can you imagine this dude walking around with the briefcase? I mean,
It's made for him.
it absolutely is. So I'm with you. They have to pull the trigger on this finally, show that they have some faith in LA Knight. And I think that's going to happen this Saturday.
It's just got to. I'll be so mad if he doesn't win.
Man, I think whoever wins, they will boo them out of the arena if
Yeah.
it's not LA Knight.
Yeah. For he's like that cool heel. I'm not saying he's Austin, but he's just that cool heel that people like. He's kind of had to go against the grain a little bit, but and people see it. Like he actually wants to, you know. And what they're doing with him now is working. You know, the whole I have to admit the Bray Wyatt thing that almost tanked him, but he survived it. And look
He
at him
did.
now, he's thriving.
Yeah, man, and he survived being the manager for
Oh, that was
Maximum Male
way worse
Models.
than Bray Wyatt.
So, man, that tells you that this dude has some kind of charisma. If he can survive those two things and still come out looking like he's looking now, maybe the winner of the Money in the Bank ladder match, that just tells you there's something, the dude's got something.
Yeah. Max Dupree was terrible.
Oh, man. Just a waste
Worst
of his talent.
idea ever.
Yeah, I wonder who came up with
And
that one.
where are they now? Where are they now? Huh?
Who cares? Who
Yeah,
knows and who cares? I don't.
exactly. Seth freaking Rollins defending in the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. Um, a lot of good storytelling here, but it's his first pay-per-view title defense, so he's not gonna lose. He's gonna have that title for a while. They got to really establish the title, so it'll be a hard-fought match. Maybe even I could see it being a superb match, but he's not gonna lose. So I'm saying that Seth's gonna retain. He's got to bring some prestige to the new World Heavyweight Championship.
Absolutely, Seth is going to retain, but I think this could also be a great match, a superb match, maybe even an instant classic, because both of these guys can bring it. But no matter how good or bad the match is, Seth will retain.
And last but certainly not least, there is a war. There's a war brewing. They should see if they can get that song too. War. Uh, Civil war between the bloodline. On one side, you have arguably the greatest tag team in the world today, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, going up against the prize fighter, Solo Sikoa, and the big dog, the tribal chief, the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, carrying 3 belts now, Roman Reigns. And I have no idea who's going to win this match. So, mm-hmm, this is the hardest one because it's like it could go either way. I've seen a couple rumors online. I don't know if they're gonna possibly go that way. If they're really gonna take apart the bloodline, I think it's only fitting that the Usos get the win and really start to tear down. And I think Jey Uso should get the fall on Roman. Nobody's pinned Roman. He's not gonna lose the championship. Probably won't happen here. He probably won't get pinned here. He probably won't get pinned until he loses the title. But then I just don't. Mm, because he's gotten kicked in the head. They kind of gotten the better of him lately. This is hard, man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Uh,
It is a prediction show. We got to predict something.
yeah, no. Okay. I'm gonna say the Usos win. I'm just gonna go with my heart. I don't have the right answer here. I just gonna pick the Usos.
Man, like you, I'm struggling, and I'm going to try and make my prediction quick here. Somehow, some way, this has to set up something for SummerSlam. I mean, right now, who do we have lined up to wrestle Roman? It's not going to be Cody.
No,
I just don't think it's going to be Cody.
that'd
So
be
I
too
think,
rushed.
yeah. So I think it's going to be one of the Usos And in order to make that match more intriguing, like you said, I think the Usos have to win, and maybe even one of them pins Roman. Like you
Maybe.
said, he won't lose the title, but leading into SummerSlam, that kind of adds intrigue to that match. So I'm going to say the Usos win. I don't know. I mean, they're faces, so I'm not saying there would be shenanigans, but even though they're faces, I'm not saying there won't be shenanigans. But look, I'm rambling. I'm going to say the Usos win.
It could be shenanigans because, they're the Usos. They're baby faces now, but because they're twins and brothers and they can do some switcheroo, it won't be like, you know, it'd be maybe what they used to do for Roman, they're going to do for each other. So,
Gotcha. Yep, I agree. But that one is a tough one to call.
yeah, because there's no other. Actually, there is, but he's not with WWE. I was gonna say there's no other fat dude to bring up, but there is one more. But he doesn't work for WWE. Uh, so if there was, and he did, I would say, well, you got one more. You could just bring him in the fold and have him help Roman, but uh, not to be. Anyway, those are predictions for Money in the Bank this weekend.
Are we forgetting a match?
Did we?
Are we forgetting the ladies' championship match? Did they scrap that one?
Not on here.
Charlotte and Asuka?
It's not on Wiki.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Well, that is interesting. On SmackDown last week, I mean, Asuka attacked Charlotte. You know, that's interesting.
It's not on there.
Wow, if they dropped that one, that would be wow.
But I mean, you already got 7 matches.
No, I get it. I just that's a big match to leave off of the card.
Hmm. It's not on there. I just checked another site.
Maybe they're saving it for SummerSlam then.
They're probably gonna do a triple threat.
Yep, that's what I'm guessing. Okay, well,
Yep.
that's going to make SmackDown interesting tomorrow night because yeah, last Friday, Asuka came out, attacked Charlotte, threw a shoe at her, hit her with a shoe. Yeah, it was pretty funny. All setting up the match we thought was happening at Money in the Bank.
Not on there.
Okay, so then no need to predict it, I guess. Damn, I wore my Charlotte T-shirt and everything.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Well, let us know in the comment section down below what you all think. Your own predictions for the show. Will you be watching live? Should I do a watch along? I don't know. Oh, I'll be here by myself. So maybe we'll see. We'll see. Uh, once the drinks get flowing, we'll see. Um, but yeah, hope you all enjoy the show. We'll speak to you some point over the weekend. We'll do a post show, and we got, of course, ooh, hmm, the next trying to laugh probably will be, hmm, we'll talk. We'll get to work out because the holiday falls on Tuesday. That's all
yeah,
I'm saying. So
everything's fluid.
we'll have to work something out for that. So in any event, enjoy your weekend, everybody. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy Money in the Bank. We'll speak to y'all again soon. Take care. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. There's the latest Trying to Laugh is up, and shoot us an email. We talked about mental health last night, so we're gonna talk about it again here. If you got anything, shoot us an email. I gotta get better checking my emails, but shoot us an email, shoot us a DM on Instagram. Anything you want to just get off your get off your mind, have somebody read and listen to it. Just hey, we're here for it. Whether it's work, relationships, kids, whatever. Just hit us up. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
So take care, everybody, and we'll speak to y'all again soon.